Doing things a little different tonight. It's a pretty short video. With the market like it moved today, there's absolutely no reason to be entering any kind of trades other than just day trading. You don't want to set up a swing trade short, that's for sure. You don't want to go long because you don't know what's going on. So I really don't have anything. I'm going to show you the stock list that came up. Obviously it's going to be most everything you could think of, and just to chart the list like we normally do. There's your bulls, and there's nothing to see. No stocks, no weekly bull breaks. These are the few stocks that were on the weekly bull or weekly in the last several days. Of course, they've all pulled back. S-Fly is still way up there, but it's definitely down today. And then we'll look at the bears, and they're way too many to look at. We had 89 stocks show up on that list on Friday, and then today was 168 more, as you can imagine. And there are 16 on the weekly. I'll give you a look at those. Actually came up on the weekly bear list. So I'm trying to let you see those, a little more emphasis maybe there of something bigger that might be trying to happen. And there's really not much point in showing you the daily, but I'm going to pull them down and let you be able to pause the video and take a look. To do this in several segments, it's such a big list. I'll probably put out another video here shortly looking at my more active trader list for our subscribers and see if I can come up with something there. Great trades today. Mostly I just focused in. I only traded like 10 different symbols, and of course the end of the day all you had to do is pick something. I had got into 3 trades prior to the big sell-off just after what, 2:30. Then the afternoon trades there, and 2 of them kind of moved along a little bit quicker than the third one, but they all ended up working well. Got out at 10 after 3. When the market tried to bounce, I didn't try to take anything long, and had I just kept watching, I probably could have got back in the same stocks again. They bounced about $2 and then sold off about $3 again. But I don't know if I'd wanted the volatility right there. They looked pretty smooth when they started selling when you go back and look at them after the fact, but I didn't even try to trade. I was well satisfied with my day, so I didn't see any point in risking anything. The 3 stocks that I did short prior to the big sell-off were PayPal, we put in the room, and then UHS trade. I like to trade as a stock that's downtrending, and then I have a retracement alert we put out on live on the web on the stocks that are in these downtrends, and they retrace. And I had that on the chart. I had picked it up on the alert and got it on a chart and was watching it right there at the retrace level where it should turn and go back down again. So got in that, and it actually sat there for quite a while, and then it went on with the market later. It didn't bounce around much, just sat in one place for probably 30-40 minutes. The PayPal trade just kept getting real slow to get started, and then it really accelerated. And then Autodesk, I had been watching it for hours, and took a short, and it ended up being the biggest trade of the group. pulled about $6.75 a share out of those 3 trades together, and stayed in them for quite a while, from at least an hour or close to it. And that's how I try to do it. I try to pick something out, get married to the setup, and even if it bounces around 60 or 70 cents, I try to stay in it. And quite often I'll get in a trade that'll go 80 cents against me, and I'll stay in it. Or it may go down, I say 80 cents against me. I'm not going to stay in it 80 cents against me if it goes against me immediately. I mean to say, a stock I get in that goes maybe 50 or 60 cents for me, and then it reverses 80 cents, I will stay in it. Because I see the setup, I know it's going back down, and as long as it doesn't go past where I think it needs to go, I'll stay in a trade. And I use factor system on our alerts, and I've been putting out a few little videos about that outside the subscribers being what they see. And I use a factor system, and if I get an alert on a F50 factor and it bounces, it can bounce up to 2 factors, a little over, and still be in play for the original alert. And so maybe the alert comes out in the stock, it's a F50, and it goes back up $1.25, and then turns back over, and it ends up being a great big trade. So I mean, that's what gets me focused in, is the alert. And then the retracement alerts, they're the most solid alerts. The first alerts, you're trying to change a trend, so you gotta progress in that trend change, and sometimes you may be at a support or resistance level and it sits there for a bit. But the retracement alert, it may have already sold off several factors, which on a 50 factor could be several dollars, and then bounced generally 4 to 6 factors. So that'd be $1 and a half reversal back against the trend. And then I have another alert that doesn't alert just at a level to reshort it at. It waits until it has actually confirmed going back with the trend, and that's generally over 2 factors. So if the stock's ran up $4 and it's on a F50 factor, the stock will have had to reversed over $1 to even show back up on our retracement alert to rejoin the trend on the trade there. And that's been the best thing the last couple of days, because we're in such a big downtrend, is to pick those stocks out that bounce and they don't go past where they're supposed to stay intact. Good luck trading. Be careful. The market did sell off into what could be some support lines, going back just from watching some of the chartist exact places it's held in the past, trend lines on the S&P 500. I really don't think it's going to hold, but it could. Tomorrow's definitely a big decision day. I lost a 50-period moving average on everything today, and that's where the acceleration came in. I'm sure that wasn't what all promoted the sell-off, but that was the area on the S&P 500 was watching today. It visited it twice, and I told the guys in the trade room, I said, third time's going to be the charm. Comes back down here again now, it's probably going to give way. And so I just, so I'm looking for shorts. I'm going to get in some shorts, and if it does give way, I can benefit from it. And that's exactly what happened. Was in the 3 trades prior to the plunge, and then it just kept getting better and better. Good trading. Come on our website, check out what we're doing on these premium alerts, and we'll have more information as that progresses for new people. And appreciate you watching our videos, and we just kind of let this market settle in. Anything on these bull and bear alerts the next several days, I mean, they're already in the zones. They're not going to be bullish, of course, and you don't want to chase down here if you're trying to go short. I may put some videos out a little more concentrated on our other alert service, share a little bit of that with you, that maybe can pick up some stocks to watch. I do a report at the end of the day This is an actual screenshot. Y'all seen this before of how our alerts come out. This is that retracement I talk about. Got a downtrending stock, retracement set up. It's actually gone down, it's rebounced, and it's at the spot it's supposed to head on back down. The report I put out at the end of the day is stocks that shifted during the day from yesterday's close, so that a lot of guys that are swing trading and so forth can come in and pick up on that. Of course, this stuff here that was here from Friday afternoon, did all this stuff rolled over today. Nothing went up today. But these are stocks that were downtrending, and then in the business on Friday they actually shifted back into an uptrending stage. And higher volatility stocks, they'll go back and forth sometime on these factors multiple times, like Tesla may cross it 2 or 3 times during a day, and give some great day trading setups on the higher stocks. A lot of the others, they'll cross this once in a week. But we put this report out. Yes, it changed direction. We put it out for both the longs and the short. We called it the trend shift, and had the end of the day, and it actually looks at the stocks that were green the day before. At the end of the day, yes, they did flip over during the day. We do this so the guys don't have to take this list and go through 50 alerts looking for things. This gives them a quick recap, but it actually gives the time and the date, that what time this was on Friday. We had the short trigger at 10 o'clock on Goldman Sachs, 269.39, end up closing the day at 259.99. And we give you the comparison of the next level up. You may have this stock shifted into downtrending, but it was in a bigger uptrend. Now it may continue to flip this over the next day, probably did today. But we'll put that out every day with the stock list that did change direction, the price it changed at, which is right here. And some of these you'll see on another list I'm going to share with you. We tweeted it out. I put this live. This is a members area only. You can't see this. I tweeted this page out. You can go to swingtradersetups.com and click right here on calls in action, get to this page, or you can type in activetradersetups.com, take you straight to this page. And what I did is I went in here over the weekend, and this was on 2/2 end of day, and I put the entire stock list out and the current condition it was in on the particular stocks. So this actually, if you want to go in and check out some results, this is a great place to do it at. activetradersetups.com, take you right to this page, or you can go to swingtradersetups.com and click on calls in action. This is not a members only page. I put this out here to share with you guys. You can go down this whole list, and you'll see things like Amazon on here. It goes back and forth 10 times a day. I actually took it off the scan list today. I don't know how it got on there. It's too much ATR to be working the system I'm working. But these things will give you the date and the time, and this report goes back to the last time that this changed the trend. So it was trending up to a certain point in time. Our alert went off and said this is a downtrend. From this point, here's your trigger price, here's the time and the date, and you'll see many on here. Like here's one January 30th, 9:37 in the morning, CVS, it goes short, and this is where it was on Friday afternoon. Here's another one that was that same day right before 4 o'clock. John Deere just had triggered and really hadn't dropped but about 70 cents. And then you'll find some on here if you go far enough down. Here's a January 24th, a trigger 26.60. It may have went a lot lower than this over that long period of time. It had bounced some. I'm not sure. I hadn't looked at it. But there you'll see many on here. Sometimes these stocks, especially lower price stocks, they can cross this F50 or F100 and go for 2 months and never actually show a reversal of the trend. Here was Amgen, came up at 248 on the second, $188. The end of the day it was at 186. So that's like an intraday trade, a place you pick that up. If you're watching the live alerts we were showing you a minute ago. I was trying to look for some of the older ones here. Here you go, EGN on the 26th, 10:53 in the morning. It gave the red zone alert at 57.90. It's now down to 53.80. This was Friday, down to 53.80. So if you want to check out how the alerts work, this would be a good way to go back and take a look at some. And they give you the date and the time. So this was one that morning, 9:30 a.m. on Friday. This came out with alert 156.67 to short it, and it ended up closing the day at 154. Here's another one. Came out on the 29th day of January, 9:41 in the morning. It's DDS, that's Dillard's. We gave a short alert on it at $70.41. Friday it was at $63 at the end of the day. So these are time stamped. That goes back and looks for when this happened, exactly when this happened, that it swapped over into the downtrending, and it can't have changed directions during the interim and still be on the list. It looks at the last time it happened. And there's several down here that you'll find some more older ones. There's SST 111 basically down to 107. Here's a one on the 31st here, first thing in the morning. Some of them be middle of the day. Gilead 86.50 triggered at 9:30 a.m. on the 31st. It was at 81.50 on Friday. Caterpillar, one of my friends today was talking about Caterpillar, how bad he had lost on it. It actually came up on this list to got out $15 ago. I don't know if I can find it exactly. It's on here somewhere. I think it was on the bigger list, the F100 list. Higher ATR stocks, I like to use the bigger list. See if I can find cat on here. I just wanted to show you that. Here we go. Caterpillar. On the 25th day of January, my F100 alert alerted this at 2:36 p.m. in the afternoon. Short alert at 167.85. Friday it was at 156. It went in the 140s today. Now the F50 on the Caterpillar probably has swatched back and forth many times. But the F100 was still the bigger trend, and it's downtrending. It never changed since the 25th day of January. So this is what we're showing, this is what we're teaching, this is what we're alerting, and we'll try to give you some more information about that. But you can check this out at swingtradersetups.com. Click on calls in action. You can go right in here and view this page. This is not a members only page. Thanks for watching the video. Be careful out there, and we'll have another video out tomorrow. While you're here, be sure to subscribe to our channel and follow us on Twitter or StockTwits at Daytrader Setups. And our website is daytradersetups.com and swingtradersetups.com. Don't forget, this video is being brought to you by our premium alerts at swingtradersetups.com. They're real-time alerts. They're posted on our website, and we're looking at our bull zone weekly and daily breakouts, and our bear zone weekly and daily breakouts that are in one category on the website. And there are other categories that are more aggressive for the more active trader as well. And by having a subscription to that service, you get all these alerts intraday as they happen, and one subscription gets you access to everything, as well as our chart system. If you would like to get it, I can set you up a couple of different ways to have the green and pink lines available for your charts as you review. Let's go forward.